Today, Caden Garcia faces off against his dad, Gabriel, in a water gun shootout. It's one of the few times he's been able to live like a normal 3-year-old boy.
He was fine, normal, still through all his checkups up until his 2-year checkup.
Caden's doctor looked for lead exposure and anemia. Anemia levels were abnormal, and further testing revealed an unexpected discovery.
Caden has acute lymphoblastic leukemia.
All I could do was just give him the biggest hug I could ever, and just hold him. It was frightening.
All you hear is cancer, and you automatically think the worst. And how can it be? How can it be my kid?
You want to give her your leg? Show her your cool shoe that
Doctors
you
at the
got.
Children's Hospital at UMC caught the condition at the right time. The disease can be fatal in just weeks if left untreated. Caden began treatment with Dr. Al Khalil, a man with 30 years of experience.
He gives us his cell phone number, tells us if you need to call at 3 a.m. and it's a snowstorm on Christmas Eve.
Wow.
If you're concerned, I'm concerned.
You like this one better or this one?
After the diagnosis, the Garcia's world was turned upside down. Because ALL weakens the body's immune system, Caden wasn't able to have play dates with other kids his age.
You want color?
He also had to be pulled from his preschool program.
Now he's learning numbers from the hospital elevator. Now he's learning colors by which chemo is which color.
Even his father has to take extra caution when he gets home from work.
You know, you always want to see your kid, give him a big hug. I'm like, hold on, you gotta wait. You gotta wash my hands, gotta change my clothes.
Between checkups and treatments, the cancer center at UMC became a second home.
Is it itchy?
Jill and Dr. Al are both pretty much part of the family now. I mean, we've been seeing him every single week for 9 months now. Pills, chemo, steroids, you name it, he's had it.
He takes between 1 and 10 pills every day, depending on the treatment plan.
Your arms up. Fun being
A port was put in his chest so he could receive the chemotherapy through an IV. Reaction from the drugs caused Caden to gain 10 pounds. With his immune system still weak, Caden develops pneumonia just before his 3rd Thanksgiving. He was in the hospital for nearly a month, and so was Dr. Al.
He stayed in the hospital for 25 days, and that sealed the deal that we're at the right hospital, we're at the right place.
Caden will undergo treatment for 3.5 years, but doctors say his future looks bright.
He responded very well to treatment. We're watching him like a hawk.
Now, Caden is stronger, and his parents hope to have him back in preschool with other kids within a few months. It's another giant step in this little one's road to recovery.
That's my hope, that he can just be normal. And with other kids in school, I think just letting them know what it is and that it's not scary, it's not contagious.
We can just try to give him as much of a normal life as he can. I mean, he's still a 3-year-old that likes to see Buzz Lightyear and likes to go and play outside, and you know, we're fortunate.
At 6 months old, Jaden Martinez was the picture of perfect health. But in less than 24 hours, life would take a drastic turn for parents Ellie and Javier.
Well, I took him to the hospital and they released him saying it was just a stomach virus.
Jaden was crying uncontrollably. He couldn't keep anything down and was pale. An appointment was made with his pediatrician for the next day, but Jaden would never make it.
I was holding him like this and he just went limp. His eyes were just stopped and everything just stopped.
Jaden had gone into cardiac arrest, and as he lay motionless in his mother's arms, something started gushing out of his nose.
I called 911 and I couldn't hear what they were saying, so I ended up getting him from my mom's arms and just driving him myself. And we kind of met halfway with the ambulance, and they just took him from me.
His lifeless body was rushed to Midland Memorial Hospital.
They just put me in a waiting room, and I was there for an hour and just crying and praying that everything would be okay.
For 58 minutes, doctors tried to get any kind of response, but there was no heartbeat and he was not breathing.
For a minute, they had told us that we had lost him, and you know, I can't really describe that feeling when, you know, someone tells you your son's gone.
The doctor came in and told me that they got his heart beating, but they didn't know how he was going to do and that he was very, very sick.
Jaden's only chance for survival would be a 50-minute flight to the life-saving equipment at the Children's Hospital at UMC. The helicopter was crowded with machines, forcing Jaden's lungs to work as the flight crew prepared his little body for surgery.
I felt like I was going crazy. I didn't know what was wrong with him.
It was just everything happened so fast. I didn't find out what exactly happened till we actually got to Lubbock.
And they explained to me that it was intussusception, and intestines did like a telescope effect. They went inside of each other, and what happened was that the poop started backing up. And when he threw it up, he aspirated, and he went into that cardiac arrest.
After they told us that he was okay, they finished surgery and stuff, we thought that it was over, that he was going to be all right, that's it, you know, we'll be going home pretty soon. And the doctor kind of told us that, you know, that's just the beginning of the consequences of going into cardiac arrest.
The next month would be an uphill battle for baby Jay. He had not breathed on his own since going into cardiac arrest and remained motionless on life support.
When they were giving him the IVs, he started swelling up because his arteries had dried up and he had holes in his arteries. So all the IV fluid they were giving him was just coming straight to the skin. And he was really swollen. His eyelids looked like they were gonna pop.
To make room for the fluid, doctors removed Jaden's intestines. They were suspended in a bag above his body for 2 weeks until the swelling went down.
They decided to kind of start weaning him off the medicine and trying to make him wake up. It was probably like 2 days, 2 hectic days that he went out without medicine and he wasn't waking up. And at that point, they didn't even know if he was alive.
But even if Jaden did survive, the outlook was bleak.
They said that he wouldn't be able to see again or walk or open his eyes or move a muscle or anything.
They would always tell me, you know, we're not gonna lie to you, we don't know, but miracles happened. They would constantly tell me that, and that just thinking of that warms my heart, because without those words I probably would have never believed.
Jaden is a miracle. After 34 days in the hospital, he was finally able to go home.
Ah, that's good job!
Now, when I look at him now, it just brings a lot of joy and just a lot of happiness. And just, you know, thank God that there's a program like the Children's Miracle Network that, you know, helped buy equipment like that, because if it wasn't for that, I don't think he'd be here right now.